Just talking about love.
All right, we are on two places, not the weekend. Oh, that just blessed my whole heart. Yes, I know y'all got
Running in the tool, just the hustle in the lobby. So EBT identifies their body. So somebody's keep their hearts cold. Mad at the whole world because of false code. I spit jewels in here like it was Morse code. I help world's perception turn into false mode. I love in harmony how my thoughts flow. The hate not on harmony through these crossroads. And the beats of the body, that's my niche now. Money is the love, I got the couple words now. Just talking about love. I said that money is the love. I'm talking about love. They tell me that it's all too long. Since you turn, just don't say so long. I guess I got strong nation. See, I'm living out of love. Money, that's about love your mama.
Yeah. You already know it's me, CASHEMA. I'm Mish, your creator, producer, and host right here every single Tuesday morning at Newtown Radio Station. And we are from the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show. Tuesday morning hot topics. So we already know this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So the hot topic for this entire month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness and Prevention. We are in the building, and guess where we at? We in Brooklyn. Yes! Giving it up live and direct on the set. So we have an amazing guest today. We're going to let her say hello real quick, but we are definitely going to get into her interview, and you will hear from her a bit later. Say hi to the people. How you doing?
Hello, beautiful people.
What's going on? So how was your commute?
It was a little challenging, but I meet all challenges.
Listen, that's a punchline. Y'all know how I feel about bars. It was a little challenging, but she meet all challenges, all right? Period. So listen, the song that you were hearing was LOVE by LB Leo Bars featuring Major. So we're going to spin that song back and let you guys hear it in its entirety. Give it up for LOVE, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. This love thing is a funny thing. You either love it or hate it. You fear it. It's really all about your perception, man. I take it to my love. You feel me? Trying to tell you that the love's was making special others less dummies. So be careful, don't be extra, keep your growth hungry. Just jumping out the window without no bungee. Free falling, free balling. No undergarments or worn in the streets calling. I check the message. Love is powerful, naturally keep a weapon. They turn the source to the soul. When you in the field, all your thoughts like it's war. Love made the law, you can do it for a cause. Weapons inherited, love is different for sure, for sure. But it's all about intent. Give them your all, you feel like you giving your whole heart, you break it down to percentage. Money truly is love, and how you spit love. Money is the LOVE. Money is the LOVE. I'm just talking about love. Money is the LOVE. Money is the LOVE. I'm just talking about love. Money is the LOVE. Money is the LOVE. I'm talking about love. ass hoping you bomb. Ass slapping my arm, ass rapping the song to me. This one the charm. Yeah, it's the currency that drives me. Money is the tool, come and build it right beside me. When I get the tool, just a hustle in the lobby. To BBT identifies their body. So survivors keep their hearts cold. Mad at the whole world cause a phone's cold. I speak Jews in here like it was once cold. I help words perception turn into boss mode. My love and the harmony, how my thoughts flow. They hate not on harmony through these crossroads. That's my niche now. Money is the world like I live on first now. Just talking about love. I said that money is the love. I'm talking about love. They tell me that my song's too long. Since you say so long. I guess I got it. See, I'm living out of love. And that's talking about the one that is love. Said I love baby, love your mama. Whoa.
Yeah, so again, give it up for LB Leo Bars featuring Major. You can go follow that independent artist on Instagram at LB Leo Bars. So we're going to keep it spinning and we're going to keep it going. We are going to spin another record for you guys. You already know how we feel about our independent artists, all right? So guys, as we are giving you the information, please make sure you take some time and show them some love. Go follow them, go subscribe to their YouTube channels, do all of that, all right? Make sure you show them some love. Give it up for this next independent artist by the name of Ashton. This song is titled Mind Freak.
She got the heels up, she's skin tight. She got the get right, yeah, that's right. Push your own right, always on the fly. Never worry about the next, cause the shit time. Probably hit you up to be in the left line and put it on the way down. Yeah. Take time, come with a price tag, have your back right. But you got the freestyle, the backside, time. She just wanna do don't be mad if you fun. She's up with you. Now she's up to the neck, she's a freak in the morning, freak in the evening. She's a freak when she's scheming, freak in the morning, freak in the evening. She said, give me all you got. Stand up with the rock. Beat me, I'm a freak, so I need it non-stop. Whatever you like, I can provide. You never sweat over the man that I decide. So if you ready to man, give me with your best shot. Oh. She just wanted to don't be mad if you she's a movie. Now she's up to the neck, she's a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. She's a freak when she's sleeping, freak in the morning, freak in the evening. Freak when she's sleeping.
Yeah. She's a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. She's a freak while she's scheming. Listen, make sure you guys go check out Ashton Martin. You can go follow him on Instagram at Ashton MRTN. All right? Just like you can go follow LB Leo Bars, the first artist you heard on Instagram at LB Leo Bars, such as both of their YouTube channels. All right? And while we're talking about YouTube channels, make sure you guys go follow us. Listen, on Instagram, first off, at From the Heart of a Poet, and go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the most free way you can show us support, show us some love. You know what I'm saying? It's the most free way you can do it. So make sure you go subscribe to our channel as well. Give it up for another independent artist by the name of Pretty Honest and her song titled Let Me Love Ya. Let Me Love Ya.
I know that she ain't treating you right. You to be by my side. Let me show you what a real woman do. Let's get together and make this power move. Yeah. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. And now it's time for us to be each other's woman on me. Baby, please won't you let me take you on this journey? I'll let you down, I will always be around. Right on top of you, my king, my baby, yeah. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. And now it's time for us to be each other's woman only. Baby, please will you let me take you on this journey? Never let you down. I will always be around. Right at top of you, my king, my baby, yeah. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you.
Yeah, that was Let Me Love You by Pretty Onyx. You can go follow her on Instagram at Pretty Onyx Gay. That's her, yeah, Pretty Onyx Gay. You can go follow her on Instagram at Pretty Onyx Gay. We gonna turn it up a little bit and we gonna spin some of the music from the amazing, talented artists who showed up and showed out on Saturday night. at our press play erotic poetry and art event. Listen, it's going up, y'all. Don't let the numbers fool you, baby. It's about purpose. It is going up. Some of you gonna make it due to your algorithms. I said that. I said that right. Algorithms, right. And some of us gonna make it due to purpose. I'm one of the purposeful people, baby. So don't let the numbers fool you. It was an amazing, amazing show, and it was not empty. And it was not at its fullest, but it was an amazing show. People came all the way from the Bronx, all right? They did not complain. They had an amazing time. They are coming back for our next press play, which will be on Saturday, November 12th, right back at Cornerstone Cafe, 1130 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn. Y'all need to tap in or just stay tapped out, you heard? Yes, the admission fee is $25. It is worth your time and your money, okay? Listen, anywhere you go that is any experience with erotic, you already know. It's a turn-up time, all right? So I'm going to shout out the artists real quick. First of all, one of the artists had a birthday. So first of all, we're going to shout out Aloe, a.k.a. Dashiki. You can go follow that amazing independent artist on Instagram at a.k.a_Dashiki, all right? It was his birthday. We had a good old time, all right? He got a little birthday dance. It was all right. We pressed play up in there, okay? Then we're going to shout out Top Bantam, all right? All the way from the BX. You hear me? All the way from the BX, another dope artist. You're going to hear his music this morning. And then we are going to shout out Nardo P. You will hear Nardo P's music next week. All right? Here's another amazing independent artist. So we are going to play To Be Sold by Aloe, a.k.a. Dashiki. To Be Sold, y'all.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Trying to shop all these niggas down. Game time, man, I've been a couple if you didn't know. Now you niggas know now. I'm just here to get the bad shit. Make all these bad bitches act shit. The bottom mess with the letter fit. Even though I'm faced with a lot of hate. Like, what will they see? I'm happy with niggas that's trying to beat me. Like, you should have made myself for one of these niggas. See up on the street. Like, what you really do? I got it so get shit. A couple of niggas ass out. Tripping up in the front of you. Nah, nigga, that ain't me. I can only be a yellow weed. I ain't in the game. It's not no cane. And I ain't never caught a felony. I ain't a drone. I ain't a shooter. Or pussy is something I'll never be. And I'm with my community. Because I don't see my people as enemies. I'm the diamond in the butt. I'm a pussy sour in the brush. I ain't no cow, so I'm blunt. You really think I keep it up? Honesty, get the policy. You think if you rock with me, you bring up skills and acknowledge me. The prophet here speaking prophecy. Now, what many times you see me, man, I'm always on the go. I'm trying to chase this money, get this chicken, make it do. These little things we bought up, we go through because of hoes. The ladies take me so I make it back and I would go. Now, what many times you see me, man, I'm always on the go. Dancing all these niggas, I'm trying to live my life, do what the fuck I gotta do. You ain't getting no paper, if hating is all you do. That's why they don't cash out, and all money over cash out. Got this bitch with her ass out, block to the bitch ass thing. She wanna let the whole team tap that like save y'all. Good but more than my mama husband, so I did this work like it. I'm talking my shit and I'm making them big, and I know about them, let me get it now, because I can do it. And see what they came up to me. You can only try to get trapped into the forget the fuck I'm calling all of that corny ass shit. Give it up, like it just quit. Sure, you get yourself a better man. I'm a fucking grab another hobby. We can go upon each other's if we can. If you go to the recipe, they give up the top to make me. Then I want you to die, and I'm killing these niggas, so tell my opposition recipe. Now, every time you see me, man, I'm to choose this money, get this chicken, make it go. These niggas, they be born up with the world because of hoes. So they don't see me, so I make it back and I would go. Now, every time you see me, man, I'm always on the go. I'm to choose this money, get this chicken, make it go. These niggas, they be born up with the world because of hoes. So they don't see me, so I make it back and I would go.
Yeah! This game ain't to be sold, my nigga. That ain't how it go. Y'all heard what he said? Brooklyn, baby. Give it up for Aloe, a.k.a. Dashiki. Again, you can go follow that independent artist on Instagram at Aloe, a.k.a. Dashiki. Now, listen. Y'all know how I feel about my independent artist, so check this out. I fell in love with the I know y'all know what I'm talking about yet, but y'all about to find out. The Bronx came to Brooklyn, and it went crazy on Saturday. And I fell in love with the So give it up for Top Bantam, y'all. She fell in love with the
She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the I might go bust on the buck. I got a split in the cup. I might go pass in the park. I fuck with my dumb and I fuck. She said that my dick what she love. The girl I'm for my job. Niggas be trying to be dumb. Bitches try to rip the bands. Might just go fuck with your friends. They wanna slide in the bands. Fuck with us never again. You know my niggas be mad. I fuck with that back to the twin. I fuck with that dude again. She wanna fuck us and win. She do it. But she not begging my food. She gon' be clapping my ruler. Don't wear me no cool on my shoulders. Fuck her head and my cooler. I use my wrist like a cooler. She wanna learn my tuner. She fell in love with the 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 Sorry, wish my dumb it up. Get up, dad for our bitches right as a phone. College, baby, summer, talk to friends, bro. Please be acting like what is I fuck with that bitch and I go, you know how it goes. I gotta get money for shows and all these clothes. I'm rocking this bitch, niggas be blind, they watching my wrist. I gotta get money, ain't stopping for shit. Like how many niggas can copy my shit? And she wanna bring all friends, but I gotta go on the bed. She fell in love with the 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 She fell in love with the
She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the She fell in love with the He fell in love with my wife. Listen, we need a remix, okay? Give it up for Top Benson, y'all. We need, okay? You hear what I'm talking about? He showed out for Brooklyn, for the Bronx and Brooklyn on Saturday. Give it out for my two viewers. Listen, this is why I'm gonna make it, y'all, because I be fulfilling my purpose out here. You hear what I'm talking about? So again, give it up for Top Benson and that song we just heard, She Fell in Love with the She fell in love with the What? She fell in love. Listen, y'all ain't ready for me. Then listen. The Bronx is not ready for Brooklyn. I don't think they're ready. I know there's a snippet of y'all that might be ready for me, a corner of the Bronx, but I'm not sure they're ready for me to go out there and host. I'm not sure that they're ready. But it's going down on Sunday, October 30th. You hear me? That flyer will be posted today. So make sure you go follow me. My personal page is CASHEMA_beauty_baby. But my brand page is From the Heart of a Poet. Either page, you will see the flyer on both pages because it's going down at 910 Hunts Avenue, baby, in the Bronx on Sunday, October 30th. I will be hosting. Y'all know how I give it up. And if you don't know, you want to come find out. You're going to be crazy if you miss that. And then following that will be our next press play. And we're going to press play a little different because we are stirring up the pot for our 1-year anniversary on Saturday, December 10th. It is about to get crazy, baby. You understand what I'm talking about? So make sure you guys go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The entire portion of the show that you missed so far is definitely on our YouTube channel because I fell in love with the I can just hear me now on the remix. You know what I'm talking about? Sounding like a little baby, little Kim. He fell in love with my aunt. Look, he fell in love with my aunt. Something is something in my butt. Something is something is something is something is something is something in my throat. Well, you gotta add all that. Look, Kim, I love you, baby. I understand is what I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, y'all want to smoke. I understand. But anyway, that's what happened when Sauce. Thank you, friend. Listen. One of my definitely loyal and supportive friends are right here on one of my lives, and I was. She has watched me grow. You understand me? This is over 10 years worth of friendship. From close up and from afar, every time I see her, it's like the last time I saw her. Except when she start going, that friend that go, so how you doing? The one that when they give you constructive criticism and it's kind of hard, but you listen anyway because they love you. That's her. So give it up for Impressive Catering. Y'all need to go check her out. Listen, she came to DTF radio station. Y'all saw the pineapple bowls. If you didn't see it, it is definitely on our YouTube channel from the Heart of a Poet. So listen, we're gonna get back into some independent artist music, but I just wanted to give you a piece of my heart. This piece is titled "In the Midst of Some Bullshit." So you tricked me with that big dick. Yeah, my mind was playing tricks because when you touched me, I had a fit. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, the butterflies and shit. Never did I know I'd be looking at the barrel of a gun, your fist or a stick. Shit. Yeah, the PTSD is real. Makes living life on life's term hard to deal. The emotional traumas was like a cell. Mentally blocked, spiritually broken, physically stuck. Pure hell. So as I closed that chapter of my life, did some work and received some healing, I realized that I am not damaged goods. I am still worthy of being somebody's wife. Y'all give it up for me. Because at one point in my life, I was in the midst of some bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? I was in the midst of some bullshit. But shout out to my creator. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to all of the messengers. Listen, the ones that were there for a reason, the ones that came for a season, and definitely my lifetime people. I love y'all. Shout out to my entire poetic community. Listen, we might be small, but we big. We big in energy, and we big effective. You hear me? Big effective. So while we on a poetic note, I know we're not getting into your interview right now, but I know you got a poem. I mean, come on. We always stay ready. Listen, give it up for our beautiful, beautiful guest in here this morning. Her name is BLACKLOTUS Soul Survivor. Give it up for her as she give y'all a poem right quick.
Thank you. Well, I guess I'm going to do this in honor of this month because it's important, So I'm going to do this like this. For all of the ones that the tears roll down your face, I see you. For all of the ones that cry in silent pain, I feel you. For all of the ones that shout without saying a word and their voice is gone, I hear you. I want you to know that even though you may not know me, I know you. We're together in that struggle. We're together in that challenge. But I want you to know that at the end of the day, we're going to come out together. Because I hear you and I see you and I feel you. And I always will.
Nice. Listen, that's a snap up. That's a snap up. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Listen, we are in the building this morning. We are doing the damn thing. You heard?
Yes.
So while we are discussing, we're on a poetic note, guys. I want to get into a few key pointers real quick about the topic that we are on for this month. As we know, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So our topic this month is domestic violence awareness and prevention, right? We're going to get into some prevention tips a little bit later. But right now, I want to reiterate. Last week, we talked about um, tips for healing from the effects of domestic violence. You know what I mean? It's a journey. It's really, really a journey. It affects everyone different, but everyone, I'm sure, man, woman, child who has been through domestic violence, we all have one thing in common. It was painful mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally all at one time. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to reiterate, remember the few tips that we went over was a few steps. As you are healing, number one, you have to be honest with yourself. Experience in its entirety, in its fullness. It's not just, oh my gosh, she hit me, he hit me, you know, they verbally said this or that, you know what I mean? It's not just that. It's how did I even attract that whole being? Like, you really got to go back to day one. Like, how did we get here? And then here's the hard truth. How did I allow myself to allow myself to get here? Because I'm not to blame for what you've done as the abuser or what I've done, right? But speaking from a victim's point of view and a survivor standpoint, it's how did I allow, what about me attracted that? How did I get to this point? Where was I when it first started to happen? Why did I ignore the hints? You know what I'm saying? So, and you gotta be gut wrenching honest. And sometimes you need help being honest with yourself. For some of us, you need support groups. You know what I mean? Whether it be your family or a professional group of people or through a professional organization. You know, we have CASHEMA and all these different organizations. Okay, we have the violence support downtown Brooklyn, and each county have that. You know, and we have all these things. There are resources, guys. You know, so the healing is just as gradual as the abuse happened. Let's go there. So you have to be so honest, right? And in being honest, again, you may need assistance. So you got to be honest with yourself. Then you have to be accountable. I just went over that. Listen, I'm a survivor, baby, and I went through it. Okay, quite a few times, and I can tell you where I was at. Okay, so you got to be honest. You have to be accountable, and then you have to have forgiveness for yourself. Once you can forgive yourself, then you're open to being able to forgive the others or the other person. You know what I mean? And each step is a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but as you do it, you'll see the benefits are gradual, the effects are gradual. You'll definitely see the growth. But again, be honest with yourself, be accountable, forgive yourself, and forgive the other person, and really move on. That's overcoming. Move on. We don't move on saying, I know at times I may get upset and be triggered to say, pardon my French, niggas ain't shit. Pardon my French, niggas ain't shit. But what am I really saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think men, I don't think that about men. And I don't think that about women. I love the divine masculine just as much as I love the divine feminine. So I don't think that we ain't shit or they ain't shit. But you know what I mean? Sometimes we get triggered, so we got to be mindful of our triggers. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. As you are healing, baby, be mindful of your triggers. There is no such thing as you went through any form of abuse and you are just completely unaffected. It is true. Impossible. That's the truth. It is impossible. Okay, so that's just a few key pointers, and I want to say that the domestic violence hotline for New York City is 1-800-799-7233. And the domestic and gender-based violence hotline is 1-800-621-HOPE. The New York State domestic and sexual violence hotline is 1-800-942-6906, and their text number is 1-844-997-2121. It is also for survivors and victims to talk to an advocate. It is a 24/7 hotline. You heard? So make sure you guys tap in. I want to ask you, do you have anything you'd like to say briefly about a few key pointers in the healing process? Being that we're on that, about the healing process, like a few steps or pointers?
I know it's true about the self-forgiveness.
Wait, let them know your name again.
Oh, I'm sorry, you know me.
Yeah.
My name is BLACCLOTUS, Soul Survivor. Thank you. I just got into a place, so you have to forgive me.
Sorry.
Just got into a place, and like you said, you get triggered,
Yeah.
and you don't know where. It just comes out of nowhere. Like you're sitting pretty,
Yes.
everybody's just chilling, you know. And then, okay, she wants me to make sure I'm
In the camera. That's
in the
what.
camera. The best lady. I love her. And I appreciate that. Yeah, so I went into a place just now when you were speaking, and I got caught there for a moment, because you're right, it's about the triggers and grabbing them, you know, because you can totally go off balance. It'll take you right back into the moment
Literally.
it occurred.
Literally relive
A
it.
smell, odor, a sound goes in a certain way, or keys rattling in
Yes.
the door, or maybe a certain, like maybe the person had a car and they used to beep at you, so now when you hear beeping cars, it's, anything can be a trigger. We have to be very well aware of that. And you were right about the forgiveness. It's the self-forgiveness, because you feel, I'm an intelligent, educated person. I'm self-educated, I'm school educated. How in the hell did that Mack truck hit me?
Hello. How did not see that coming?
It's the forgiveness, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm still working on that, but I'm looking forward to working on it.
Yeah.
I'm going forward with it. So I would say that I agree with you completely and wholeheartedly that self-forgiveness is key. Nothing else will work without it.
Oh my God, no.
Because you feel stupid at times. You're like, yo, I must have been crazy stupid. What was I on? How did I fall and bump my head? What kind of shrooms was I on?
That's
What was it that influenced me? What was it in my aura and energy that attracted this parasite?
And that's not blaming yourself. That's the accountable part.
Yes.
There's no blaming yourself for what they did, but you definitely had, listen, it takes two to get into a relationship.
Yes.
I mean, it don't take two to hit one person,
No.
but it do take two to get into a relationship. And you know what it was for me? A big thing for me was when you really, really sit back and go to the beginning, when you ready to get through, when you really ready to heal, you gotta really go through that accountability part. Trust me. You're gonna get gut wrenching honest.
Yes.
You're gonna get whatever help you need to get gut wrenching honest. Listen,
Yes.
for some of the church, for some of us it was a pastor and not the church. You know what I mean? Not everybody goes to the church, but they have a pastor they talk to. Some of us it was a counselor, some of us it was our best friend, whatever. And the thing is, when you really start paying attention to the things that you do know about the person, come on, y'all. When you really go back to the things you do know, you start going, oh, damn. That was a sign. Look, that was a sign. Hold up. That was a sign. That's why it's important to admit that, let's not front, y'all. We really like to feel good. Y'all, we like to feel good.
Feel great.
Come on.
Great.
If it don't feel good, we don't want it. It could be detrimental to life. We like to feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's how we go about feeling good, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and when we can be honest, at times we lonely. It doesn't make you weak. Right. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak. You weak as fuck when you can't be vulnerable. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you sure? Yeah. You weak as hell when you can't be vulnerable. How you can't stand in your truth and live it before the world. That's right. That's being vulnerable right there. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when you really, because for me, it was like, wait, but that person. So I realized I had triggered some things. Oops and ouch. It was like, look, you be sitting up there, you know, I make a lot of jokes about it because I have a sense of humor and I have healing, real healing, right? So there's some power behind what I'm saying. I'm telling you. So the thing is, you be sitting there like this, but gotta be on accountable, like half eye closed, but hold up. They did tell me, you know what I'm talking about? They did, trigger warning everybody. They did let me know that they used to choke people out one side. Now, just because I didn't think I could trigger that, don't mean it wasn't gonna happen. You have to really look at the fruit they bear. Some of us don't like the word, but they be helping my life. Look at the fruit, try the spirit by the spirit. Check their energy. Do a real energy check. You gotta go past the energy you need. Yeah. Do a real, go by what you believe and check them by that. Now, if you're an atheist, baby, I ain't talking to you. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, but I ain't talking to you, baby. We can't relate. But all jokes aside, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta really, for real, you start seeing you already knew that this person was like that. And it felt so good that you ignored that first sign. You even ignored when they got blatant. You know, it's funny because you'll be in the midst of something so crazy. And the enemy of your situation will be right in your face saying, I am a snake, buddy. Why don't you think I will bite you? Right. I am a snake, sis. The nature. Come on. That's their nature. Come on. They will. That's their nature. So yeah, we definitely, again, we're talking about you have to be steps to healing. You have to be honest with yourself. Get whatever help you need to help yourself be honest, if that's what you need. Then you have to be accountable. All right? You have to forgive yourself, forgive the other person, and really, 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 really move on. And that is definitely that. Would you happen to have another poem for us? Maybe. Oh, she said maybe. So y'all gonna have to find out. Yeah, there is no such thing as maybe. That's an in-between. I'm kind of an extremist. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's good for me. No, it's good. I was going to say, if it's good for you, baby. If I'm in it, I'm in it. If I'm not, I'm not. So if I say maybe, it's a yes. If I say no, it's a no. Gotcha. It just comes from, I guess, wanting to keep it with. Yes. You don't want to disappoint people in case you change your mind. Right. So you say maybe. Right. But either it's a yes or no, and they can feel however they want to feel. That's what we got to understand. Okay, so let's say, I'll do this one for the brothers out there that have something going on, because we women definitely know where we coming from. So, excuse me, I can't speak for men. I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to speak to men. I'm going to speak with men. That makes more sense. Like, we're partners in this together. Right. And it could be at the same sex too. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to push an agenda. Right. The agenda is healing, whichever the situation is. I don't know you. So you know what applies to you, let it rock. Don't take offense if I say anything gender specific. I mean all of us in the human community that have gone through these kind of experiences. You can relate to it regardless of whatever it is. We all human, we're all part of the spirit. We all have done a thing, and we've gone through it and survived. So this is on behalf of the men. So listen, I know silence is the front that you carry because you don't want people to think that you are weak. Because when some woman put her hands on you, you chose to turn that other cheek. So I want you to understand that I recognize you. I see you with those tears in your eyes as well.
Those tears in your eyes are there as well because this woman put you through hell, and you did not come back to that because you knew you'd be held accountable. You know that if you went to court, they would find her side, even if she was wrong. You didn't want to be discounted the validity of your feelings. So I'm here to tell you that I know that you cry in the dark as well. I know that you feel pain as well. And I want you to understand that you're still a man. You will always be a man. Because sometimes, the brothers don't understand that we do know that they go through the same thing and they try to hold their peace on it.
This is so true.
And they think that if they speak out on it, they're going to be ostracized, they're stigmatized, and made fun of and abused. Because let me tell you something. You want to talk about abuse, I'll tell you what else is abuse. Abuse is when people won't let you have your feelings.
Oh God, come on now.
When people won't let you have
emotional
your
and
thoughts.
mental abuse.
So even if I'm right here speaking with you right now, and I overtalk you and don't let you get that out, that's actually abuse. When you overtalk a person, you're abusing them because you're not allowing them to get their energy out, to get their thought and their idea out, and they have the right to do that. So that's abuse as well. And we do that to each other. We do that. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was me, baby. What you talking about? That because I used to be guilty of that. And when I learned, I'm like, how do you take someone's right to speak?
Yeah.
How do you take someone else's right to speak? It is their God-given right. To hell with the First Amendment.
That's right.
We didn't need their permission. We didn't need their permission. That's why they had to take it to give it back. They had to forcefully take it because we knew that we did not need it.
That's right. You don't need anybody.
We didn't need no permission. But with that being said, we are getting ready to get into the interview in a little bit, but we're going to get back to some independent artist music. Give it up for Black Lotus Soul Survivor up in here, y'all. Okay. She is standing up already. She came ready. So we had another amazing independent artist, Queen. She held it down. Her name is Aisha Nate, and you can follow her on Instagram at Aisha Nate Sings. Give it up for her song, Hypnotized. Shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace, baby. right. Listen, while we on some dope female music, we are going to go to another dope independent artist by the name of Buttermere Baby. Give it up for her song. Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see?
Did you see what I done? Came in like that stuff to know.
What?
I'm just worried on my kid. Some niggas wanna.
Yeah!
Did you see what I done? Came in like that stuff to know.
Yeah, laugh, and now, watch out now. I'm on the block, clear it out with the jumper. On the encore, laid it up like July 4th. I'm too deep in the back, is the outlaw. So you don't want it with me, guarantee I won't it. Be with the free throw. All about my door, I want that make up the straight. Trying to build big money, grind season on the next level. This day is man, they hate this fam. I can't be stacking up, I lay it down. This Reese's Pieces cup don't need no jam. I fly on different levels, never land. You bitches hate on me, it's low-key fan. I stay on white on black like Ku Klux Klan. I need to rush the out, don't make no plans. I can't forget to tell my Jackie Chan. They heard, but I wanna see now. I make it hard for these bitches just to breathe now. Shit, everybody wanna be now. Like a movie, I done made a couple scenes now. You ain't no girl, you worry about your feet now. BJB, I'm on T, you can see now. I'm pro, you're working different teams now. Why clean up, cause better bow down. Yeah. Did you see what I done? Gang it up like stay strapped on the white line. Did you see what I done when I come around and on my back trying to write something? I'm such a hurt, I'm calling my side to the block of shotgun. I'm such a hurt, I'm calling my side to the block of shotgun.
Oh, nah. I was ready to go to the nearest party just now. I was ready to listen. I was ready to go to a party just now. Y'all, but I was definitely ready to go to the nearest party. So give it up for Buttermere, Brooklyn independent artist. Okay, you can go follow her on Instagram at official_butter as in BUTTAH. Give it up for Top Benson again in that song, Fakers.
I'm falling like a super, feeling like I'm out here. Top getting people, rapping just which is a super. If you could, you know me, pop up in the people. So people, I'll be getting in the track, they all legit. They in the past, I see this foot, running my bitch. You wish, now I ain't sure I can the assist. This is your best time, I did it this. Listen up, everybody, get in the bitch. Sometimes don't watch my shit. I ain't got to do it, I stick so can know. This ain't versus crypto. Play with the box like Nintendo. We be bitch from Nintendo. Keep my foot can't let go. For that box from Nintendo. Eat my bitch, that's best ho. We get my bitch, fuck it, yo. I'm rolling like a super. Feeling like I'm out here. Top getting people. Rapping just so holy now. You bitch is a freaker. If you could, you know me.
I'm balling like a Lakers. Something. Yeah, listen. Give it up for that song we just played, Fakers by Tom Benz. You hear me? Check this out, y'all. Y'all know I be coming up with something crazy. Listen, I don't know about y'all. Y'all only press play with me every second Saturday of the month. I'm always pressing play. You know what I'm talking about? So he over here talking about fakers, and it's the flow. Now I'm balling like a Laker. Listen, all y'all gotta do is go to our YouTube channel, From the Heart of a Poet, and subscribe, and y'all will see the entire show this morning. Okay? So check this out. I came up with, yo, I'm balling like a Laker. You smiling like you phony. If your dick is thick enough, I will ride it like a pony. Ow! Give it up for the remix. Give it up for the remix. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Let me bring that back. You know how when you love. Listen, I love doing spoken word poetry, and everything else I do because people be like, hey, yo, run that back. Just writing in general. Without me, they be like, run that back. All right. Hold on, tell me, Black Lotus. Go ahead, say it. Say it, go ahead. You gotta be like, run that back. Here we go. Hey, yo, I'm balling like a Laker. You smiling like you phony. If your dick is thick enough, I will ride it like a pony. Hey! That's right. Yo, I know the church people. I love them, but bless their heart. They don't always mean no harm. But I just had a moment because I know they be looking at my pages. Like, what is going on? They ain't seen me in church lately. I know they looking at me like I done became a full-fledged heathen. Y'all, look, watch this. Y'all, I was born like this. You know what I'm talking about? Kashema means love of mankind. God knew me and them was going to be connected. Now, me and y'all might have a few misunderstandings, but me and God, we all right. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm still, look, watch this. I'm still balling like a Laker. You smiling like you phony. If your dick is thick enough, I will ride it like a pony. But instead, I saw your shorty. I want her instead, homie. Hey! You know what I'm about? That's all right. Watch me come. Watch on the 30th when I host up at 910 Hunts Point Avenue up at Bronxlandia. Watch when I host. Watch when I host there. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to be up there acting up. I'm going to have the full verse of this right here. And we're going to do that remix. They ain't ready. You need to come, Black Lotus. We're going to do that remix. Listen, 910 Hunts Point. And let me tell y'all, Brooklyn, you know when we travel, especially on a train, we don't like to walk nowhere. Look, nowhere. Look, walking after if we ride the train past 30 minutes and you from Brooklyn, let them know, we're not trying to, walking becomes a sin.
Yeah.
Mikael, don't write nothing else, please. Don't write nothing. Y'all don't look at his comments on From the Heart of a Poet, IG Live. But anyway, for real, like, I can't. He over here talking about pastors throwing slut parties. I cannot. I don't want no smoke. None of y'all pastors here in the tri-state area. Okay? I don't want no problem. No, but for real. And I'm just saying. So we're gonna just get into the interview real quick because we have an amazing and very interesting guest in the building. And I already know she is a survivor. So guys, give it up for Black Lotus, Soul Survivor. Also, you will see her at Press Fly. All right. So tell us, who is Black Lotus Soul Survivor?
Good morning, everybody. To get into it, Black Lotus Soul Survivor is just about every person that's gone through something. That's the Soul Survivor just means that I survived intact. Despite everything, there were things where I shouldn't literally be sitting here physically. There were things that should have put me into an institution.
Right.
There are things that have challenged me all the way, and I'm still surviving. My soul still survives, and I'm blessed with it.
I know that's right.
I'm blessed.
I know that's right. I'm over here trying to get this mic out your face.
Oh, you trying to get the mic out?
Yeah, my mic out your face.
Okay.
Slide one of these ways so we can get it out your face. Yeah, there you go. All right. So,
Slide over.
you already heard who Black Lotus Soul Survivor is.
Yeah.
So tell us, go right into it. You are a survivor. You survived. You survived it just like I did. So share whatever portion of your story you have come to share with us today. Because as they already know, you are definitely also an amazing spoken word artist as well, poet. So yes, before we go back into the poetry portion, share with us your survival story.
Wow, I'll tell you, I've been surviving so long, and it's stories, and I'm trying to see. I would say I stopped going from seeing myself, well, I started to see myself not as a victim,
Mm.
but as a survivor. Because for a long time, I was a victim.
Right.
And that was the energy that I was giving off, and therefore it was actually repelling. Like we party things we really need them, that makes them feel more closer, but it
Right.
really doesn't. It actually is a repellent. It's not because we can't be vulnerable, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I think you understand what I mean.
I understand exactly what you mean because it gives off a very needy, pessimistic, a possessive
Yes.
energy. Because
Yes.
needy and pessimistic altogether is pretty much possessive. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
And I understand it and I identify because I've been there. That was a part of my healing journey too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, once I started, like you said earlier, about the accountability, and I started looking at myself and I said, okay, so what was lacking? Because what it was is you were trying to feel something.
There you go.
You're trying to feel something, and that's the truth. So stop saying it like the person was just doing whatever, because everything has a cause. So yes, they were wrong. So we're not going to negate that. We're not invalidating that they were wrong. I don't care what their trigger was, it was still wrong. Okay? But what did you do to need that type of energy to fill you? Or what was going on in your life that was lacking that you thought you could fill, and you used that to fill it with?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you couldn't fill a cup with anything. You can fill a cup with water, juice, milk. If it's, it could be tea, it could be anything. Or it could be dung. It could be anything. Fill that cup up with anything. So why were you choosing to fill your cup up with poison instead of clean water? Something to refresh yourself, to help you to be revitalized and help you to, stand strong in this world. Why did you put poison in your cup instead of water?
Well, the thing about the why, I can answer the why, because the thing about why would you is simply I did not know that that's what I was doing. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't know that at first. But the why comes in when we go past the first time we found out. Once it happened, once whatever form of abuse it was first happened, believe them.
Right.
Believe that person. The first time it happened, absolutely positively believe that person. Because otherwise you'll be still asking yourself, dang, why?
Yeah.
So, why did I stay? Because whatever in me, the hole that I was trying to fill, I didn't feel it myself. It's not until you begin feeling it yourself. So yeah, in being honest and accountable, the only way to get to forgiveness of yourself is yourself have to learn to trust you. Feel that.
That's right.
You have to be what you need.
That's
you have
exactly
to,
right.
and you have to believe that you have what it takes,
Yeah.
even when you don't see it within yourself. You have to believe some one person, somebody who believe in you.
That's
Because
right.
not for nothing, after going through that type of abuse, any form of abuse, and especially where there's trauma, you really do need something tangible to help you. You can have all the faith you want and believe in God all you want, but you really do need something as tangible as that damn abuse you just felt.
Yes. Absolutely.
To assist you
Absolutely.
along the way
Yes.
in all of this believing in myself again.
Yes, absolutely. You're right about that. I think that's a huge challenge, is that self-trust again, to believe in your intuition, which was always screaming at you in the past.
Yeah.
And if I may add to what you're saying, It's not only, like the first time they abuse you that you know to shut it down.
Right.
Actually, it's to watch the signs leading to the abuse.
That's right.
It's the temper that comes from nowhere sometimes, or it's the little play fighting, because sometimes men will play fight, they do a little tapping.
Yeah, I don't do those.
I don't do that either. I'm not a tapper.
Yeah, we're
Like
not.
if there won't be tapping, there will be slapping.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not an abuser, but I will slap you. No tapping. We don't play that. We have to be very respectful of each other's bodies.
Right.
And little things like that. Like I said, anger that comes out of nowhere, inexplicably.
And another major sign that we tend to ignore because we've grown so accustomed to it. Another major sign we tend to ignore that we've grown very accustomed to is the raising of the voice and the yelling.
Yes.
Because not for nothing. Okay, listen, ladies.
Yes.
Listen, ladies. Let me just keep it real.
Yes.
No, we don't have a right to just, we don't have a right to be just thinking that, okay, we could just holler, scream in his face and, trigger pressure points on him either. However, if you are a man, I just don't believe at all you should be hollering and screaming and cursing up in my face like I am some person, some guy that just robbed your mother down the block or something. I'm confused. Like we got real beef as if we don't lay together and, make love or whatever it is that we do. I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? And we tend to ignore that. Ladies, we do. Gentlemen, we do. Because listen, take it from me. I come from being a very combustible, angry woman. Now, everyone has anger. Anger is nothing wrong with having anger. Everyone has anger. We all be angry about something, but there's a righteous anger too. It's not being angry, it's how you handle it, right?
Right.
And I come from being what I'm talking about. I come from being the portion of what I'm talking about, emotional, the verbal abuse.
Yes.
And I realized from being abused, I didn't work on myself at first.
Yes.
It took me a while to go, wait a minute. Sis, if you don't work on yourself, you're going to mess around and kill yourself from your poor decisions. And I didn't want to die like that.
That's right.
I seen it.
That's right.
So I was like, you're going to have to do something. Do it afraid. Just do it scared. Do it nervous until you start to feel different. And here I am today.
Yes.
But yeah, that we ignore that yelling and screaming. First of all, some of y'all think it's cute. Some think it's cute. Oh, he's paying me attention. That's the attention seeking. You need to go do some work, baby, and go fill that cup first with you and what you believe in. Go fill that cup with you and your creator. For real. Yeah. Because that ain't cute. Don't love me to death. I don't want that attention. Ain't nothing cute about him hollering and screaming and raising and fly about her yelling and screaming and thinking, and make no mistake, I do raise my voice at times because I'm naturally loud. So if I get excited, good or bad, I'm raising my voice. It sounds like I'm yelling, right? However, I am no longer that emotional, verbal, abusive woman I used to be due to anything, whether it was pain or pleasure.
You're thoughtful now.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm mindful at this point, more mindful that I can even draw back. I won't even speak sometimes. And because if I'm pressured to talk, because you want to talk now, pressure busts pipes and it doesn't work out. So I'm even the type now, I'll wait. No, we can wait a day or two. And I don't mean wait a day or two and be an asshole.
Wow, I thought that was just
no, I mean, let's wait.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, let's wait a day or two.
Yes.
And then we can talk later. And I still want to be a cordial before we speak, until we speak, right?
Absolutely. Right. You're absolutely right about that. Oh my goodness. I thought that was just me because some people have made me feel like, they made me feel like that backing off was a bad thing. They're like, yo, we could just deal with it right now. And I'm like, no, I don't want to, because I know my temper and my intent. See, you know what happens? Like a lot of us play like this. We're like, okay, so I'm angry. So I pop off, right? Okay?
We justify.
And yeah, we justify it by the
action.
anger.
Yeah.
But see, what it is that I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to divulge something right now, but I'm kind of like that person already.
Come on.
See,
It don't take much to say it.
I am,
Come on.
listen, I'm the fire horse.
Who does?
I'm the fire horse. I stay on fire. So what it is that in order for me to treat you humanely,
That's right.
it takes an effort. I'm a disciplined person on that. Because I believe everybody deserves respect.
That's right.
So if I'm giving you respect, trust me, it's so authentic. It's so from my heart. It's so from my spirit. It's so from, I respect you. I respect you.
I really
Respect
do.
you.
I really do. That's right.
You know, so, oh, yeah, that loud talk, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we gotta stop ignoring it.
Oh.
Both sex, man and woman.
Ooh.
So, what would you say was your pivotal point in, because as you are, like you said, still on your journey, what is the most pivotal thing about being a survivor and being on your healing journey?
Wow, that's. I know my life turned around when I realized that I actually had needed my father.
Mm.
That one of the reasons why I kept making the choices and the partners that I was making is because my father had passed away when I was a child, and I was abused by my stepfather as a child. And so in every partner, I was trying to find my father a protector, a provider. You know, my mother was mature when she had me. She was almost 40. I'm a late life baby. And now I understand where she was coming from because I had a late life baby at 43.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Yeah. Oh, girl, please. You have the right chemistry on the right day with the right person at the right time. Trust, it happens. It's dedicated to happen. It's destiny. But so yeah, like that was a turning point when I realized I need my father. I needed my father. I still need my father. I believe in his essence. He's still with me.
I was getting ready to say,
He's still with me. He's still with me because there's some numbers, I'm not going to reveal them, but there's some numbers that I see that I know that he's with me. He'll give me messages to say, listen, I got you, don't worry about it. But that was the turning point, and that was kind of recently. I'm going to tell you, this was a challenge, but I came to it recently about, I would say about 2 or 3 years ago, that I needed my father because being that he passed away when I was 3 years old, I didn't establish that kind of relationship with him. So what it was is that he mattered because he wasn't there, and I needed his masculine guidance, I needed his protection, and I needed his love, like, you know, from a masculine perspective, and there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, there is a difference. I beg to differ with everybody to say it's just all love. Listen, I'm a controversial person, I want you to understand. But I respect all viewpoints, but I believe what I believe, and I stand on what I stand on. That's not any disrespect to anybody. I'm not going to keep disclaiming myself because I don't like to do that either. What I said is what I said.
There you go.
What I said is what I say. And you're going to have to receive it the way you're meant to hear it. Okay? But that's what it was, is that I realized that I was looking in every partner for my father figure.
Mm.
It wasn't even a lover I was looking for. I was looking for a cover, somebody to cover my head, somebody to protect my body.
And you know what's funny? And I identify with that so much. That's what makes the abuse so much more hurtful. That's what breaks the camel back right there. Because I'm not looking, I think I want to love her, but no, I really want the love of my father.
Yes.
You're not supposed to beat me like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not
Yes.
supposed to talk to me. You're
That's right.
supposed to care.
Yes.
And the male, he looking like, I ain't coming to be your dad, you know what I mean? So I identify with that.
Yes.
And as you were saying that, the turning point for me was near death. 5 years ago, near death. From 5 up into 3 years, I'm telling you, 5 years ago, near death. And that case went on for 3 years straight before that person decided to answer to the case and get themselves some help. Okay?
Oh
So in being in near death at that point, because I was facing near death a couple times, from domestic violence, but being in near death at that point, 5 years ago, in my 30s, I don't know, I had a different, for me, it was, what am I gonna do without me?
Yes.
Then I'm looking
That's
at,
right.
at the time, by that time, I had some type of love for myself. This was like, what am I gonna do without me? What am I gonna do? Because I had done some work, enough that I had enough love for myself to realize, that surface love, the beginning of that, what we call it puppy love. It wasn't, my love for myself wasn't matured and developed because I was still understanding at the time how I even attracted those type of energies.
Right.
Because I don't attract that stuff to them.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That's
So
right.
my turning point was near death.
Mm-hmm.
When I realized I needed me. Because by that time, my father was staying home from prison, made me a very happy daughter. I had access to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother's right here near me. I got access to my aunt.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, for real. So when I realized I need me,
Yes.
that's what it was for me. Like, you was like, I need dad. So I would get signs from that which I believe to tell me, you growing.
Yes.
You getting there.
Yes.
You got that.
Yes.
Okay, you working on that still,
Yes.
but you growing over there.
No, that's right.
Okay, it's gonna take you some time.
That's
So
right.
now I'm at a place where I got me.
That's right.
Yes, I'm still growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still healing in different areas. And my healing for me now is no longer, I know I'm not a victim. I already know that.
Mm-hmm.
My healing for me now is accepting the fact that I'm being restored.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things have been restored.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So accepting that and being able to enjoy it, because you have, for me, you have good and bad, right? There's positive and negative,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's sin and not sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's holy, not holy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So with that being said, for that which I believe, like I said, I definitely know that there has been some restoration. So just being able to walk in that has been a challenge.
Yes.
Accepting, because it took some real work to accept I deserve it. I deserve to be blessed.
Yes.
I deserve, after all the going through all that, it's kind of like a person who'd have been in prison for 20-some years.
Yeah.
They coming out of jail.
Yeah.
Y'all heard about the person that been to prison, and he been in prison for something odd years, double-digit years, and came home and went back. He went back to the prison because he was scared, he didn't know how to live.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. I said he went back to the prison
went back
because he was scared.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to live.
Yeah.
So I kept going back to certain places, getting entangled with the same energy, getting upset, talking about, now how the hell did I attract? No, you didn't attract that baby. Stop going over there. They didn't come to you.
Yeah.
You ain't no attract nothing, but
Yeah.
you went there.
You went there.
Now come on, now it's one thing for me to take, I want to say evil out of your house, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna call it evil.
Yes.
But it's another thing for me to, or bad energy out of your house, bad intentions out of your house, right? But it's another thing for you to go where evil is, where bad intentions is, where bad energy is. Sit yourself down somewhere and go on and write that damn book, or figure out another goddamn business idea.
That's right.
Figure it out, goddamn it.
That's
Because this is just your season for you.
This season.
Yeah, I thought while I was telling that story, I just go on and talk to myself real quick. So like, yeah, no, but for real though, the bigger point. So if you had an opportunity to be a motivational speaker, right? Because I think that you already are, and you don't know it. If you had an opportunity to stand before a group of young men and women, because the young men nowadays be thinking it's cute. They do, for real. So if you had an opportunity to stand before them, right? A bunch of young men and women. We're talking about prevention now.
Prevention.
Now we're talking about prevention, right?
Yeah.
What are a few things you would say to them to help them prevent domestic violence, or possibly prevent domestic? Because I really believe it's preventative, honestly. I didn't want to be passive about it. It's not possibly, it's preventative.
Yeah.
There are ways to prevent getting, listen, guys, There are ways to prevent getting your head slapped, getting your back kicked in. There's ways to prevent getting called out your name, getting violated and disrespected, losing your apartment because the person ain't no good and they want you out. There are ways to prevent losing yourself. There's ways to prevent that. So if you had to talk to a group of men and women, not even just young people, just men and women in general, what are some preventative things, or what are some preventative actions you would tell them to take? Or some things to look at to prevent getting into domestic violence relationships or situations?
Well, yeah, those are a different bunch of points, right? Because it's from the beginning, and then it's like it's like being young, right? And developing a sense of self, loving what you love and doing what you do, and not worrying about it. It's about developing that self-love first, because if you develop that self-love and that self-worth, you don't need outside forces to validate you. That's just the bottom line. You don't need you don't need anything outside of self to validate you. And that comes from when you're younger. So that also comes with your relationship with the caregivers or your parents. It's about if there are things going on between you to resolve them. Because if you don't resolve them, it's like getting a cut that never heals.
Right.
So of course, once you leave the house and you have these wounds in you, and you're going outside, you're looking for other things and people, places, and things to heal those wounds.
That's right.
So as a young person living at home with your caregivers or your parents, whoever's in charge of you, anything that's coming up, address it so that it won't come back to you and wound yourself, and heal up everything as you're growing up. Deal with people in an honest, communicated way, be transparent and honest with yourself about what your needs and desires are and how you want to live your life. Because that's very important. We have to be honest with ourselves first. We have to have a sense of worth and validity without anybody else doing that. And we give that out to other people. We definitely have to treat them as we want to be treated, even better so. And then if you still have some little challenges and you're going into a relationship, of course, now, if you haven't healed those wounds, then it goes back to self. It's really about having the eyes to see the truth about yourself.
That's right. It starts and ends with you.
Yes, it does. It's
right.
Your value, your self-value. So really, I would tell them to stay strong on developing, first accepting and developing themselves, because the self-worth that they have will definitely, what's the word they use? It vets out. I believe in crystals, so black tourmaline is a cleanser, it's a filter, right? So you're gonna be like a living black tourmaline. Your aura's gonna naturally filter and vet out what is not supposed to be with you, and you can trust it. Because like you said, once that trust in self is gone,
oh boy,
you're open for it. You're open. You're a portal for it to come in. In fact, that's so interesting. You remind me of a story from the Bible that I always remember. And I tell people, I say, please receive the word with the wisdom.
Right, not that it's from the Bible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I'm an omnist, so I believe there's wisdom in all words.
Yes.
From north, south, east,
no, serious, because there's a Buddhism book that I have. There's a Quran in my house too, right alongside my Bible.
Yes.
And there is wisdom in every last one of those 3 books.
Absolutely. So we just have to take that wisdom. So that's why there's a story that they say about clearing when you clean house, right? And it's also about cleaning those devils out of you, whatever people want to put the definition of devil for them.
Right.
Negative energy, a literal devil or demon. It can be anything that's negative against your energy. So when you clean and it's just there, something has to take its place. It can't be left like that, because remember, you were filling it with something negative, right? So now you cleaned it. Now you got to fill it with something positive, because abuse can be addictive. Abuse can be addictive.
Come on.
So once you become of the abuse, you have to fill yourself up right away with something so that you are not an open portal. Because it says in the Bible, it says, because it'll come 7 times 7, right?
What?
In other words, it's gonna come, your addiction gonna come back even harder.
To touch that body, baby, to test you up. That's right.
7 times
Oh, you got over
harder.
this.
Yeah, you thought you
Oh,
did.
you got over this.
You got rid of one demon,
Cut
now
up.
7 demons come in its place. So it's like, it's about keeping yourself filled up. You know, believing in yourself, doing things, giving back to the community in your way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in the ways that other people say. Just be yourself, do what you want to do, and give back to people.
So we're going to close with this question. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
How has Domestic Violence Awareness Month in its recognition been, I want to say, an asset to you as a survivor or and a blessing to you as a person?
I see just by even having that day acknowledged, that's so important. First, it just comes with acknowledgement. Sometimes we just want to be seen and heard, even if you can't explain it. You know, like a person that's been hurt and beaten, and they're on the floor, right? And they're crying and they can't speak. But I don't need you to speak, because I feel you, I got you.
Oh,
You
my
don't have
God.
to tell me about your experience out your mouth. Be silent. Everything else is screaming loud, and I hear it, I see it, I feel it. So just acknowledgement is on the path and the journey of healing. Just the acknowledgement.
The comfort of understanding.
That's it. Just be there with me. Just say, you know what? I see you. I see you.
That. And with that being said, guys, we are getting ready to get out of here. It has been a great, great, great morning, because as Black Lotus just stated, Black Lotus Soul Survivor just stated, that is definitely how Domestic Violence Awareness Month in its entirety has been effective in my life, an asset and blessing to me. Because I remember one time walking down the street and I saw a cop car, and on the back of the car it had a purple ribbon instead of a blue one. We definitely gonna have a moment of silence for everyone who we lost due to breast cancer, domestic violence, and lupus.
Yes.
We are aware in here.
Yes, lupus.
Right? We are aware in here.
Yes.
Shout out to everyone who have survived breast cancer, domestic violence, and lupus. Okay? Shout out to all of you.
Yes.
All right? But the reason I highlighted domestic violence awareness is because growing up for me, it has barely been acknowledged.
Yes.
So I decided to play a part in, bridging that gap and bringing some more awareness to it, and acknowledging the fact that it's very preventative.
Yes.
It is extremely, I'm telling you, as a soul survivor, it is extremely preventative, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It is, okay? So first of all, you have to be honest with yourself about who you are. And when you don't know, you have to be honest about that. I'm 40 and I don't know who I am. I'm 19 and I don't know who I am. I'm 20 and I don't know who I am. I'm 35 and so on. I'm 14. I'm 12. I don't know who I am. I'm 10. I don't know who I am. You have to be honest about that. It starts right there, and then from there, it takes right off. Trust me, it does. Right? So, with that being said, shout out to whoever. I did look that up. I can't remember, but shout out to Domestic Violence Awareness Month, the beginning of it, the founders of it. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for bringing the awareness and making it national for domestic violence, breast cancer, and lupus. So before we do our Poets Highlight moment, which, as you guys know, this is the time where we highlight authors. Some of them are poets, some of them are not. We're going to highlight an author this morning who is a poet, all right? Her name is Destiny Wagner. We have been reading from her book titled, So You Need Advice. All right? We are going to first have a quick moment of silence for the people we lost due to domestic violence, lupus, and breast cancer. Join us. All right? Now, again, we're going to read a poem from a book titled So You Need Advice by a poet named Destiny Wagner. You can go follow her on Instagram at Destiny Wagner. All right? This poem is titled So He Doesn't Want a Relationship. It's something about him. He's not like the rest of them. The qualities he possessed could easily leave any girl obsessed. You're not even the type to fall hard for guys. But this kid has your heart when he looks in your eyes. Sweet talker, it's more than sex. You guys can have real conversations, and it's the best. You've been seeing each other for a while. It's time to have a title, and he's acting like a child. You dated to improve the chemistry, but he dated to avoid a weed. Just like he managed to slip, he does not want a relationship. Leave! If a guy really likes you, he will give you anything. Come on. You don't have to beg for a title. He'll treat you like a boy. The truth is he doesn't like you that much. It's only physical, a simple kiss and a touch. Not wanting a title is just an excuse to mess with other girls without having to tell you the truth. You will get hurt, and the first thing he'll say, relax. It's not like we're in a relationship anyway. Wow. Give it up for Destiny Wagner, So You Need Advice book. Guys, go follow her on Instagram and find out exactly how you can purchase her book. I'm not sure if it is on Amazon. This book was a gift to me. All right? Yep, it was an inspirational gift to me. So I'm not sure if it's on Amazon, but make sure you guys go and purchase her book. Again, press play. Our next press play is Saturday, November 12th at Cornerstone Cafe, exclusive Cornerstone Cafe, 1130 Nostrand Avenue. Shout out to them and make sure you guys go follow them. Make sure you stop by during their regular business hours from, I believe, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Make sure you guys stop by during their regular business hours and show some love. They have been nothing but very supportive, all right? And have a very, very, very blessed day. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. And we also still have merch available. Yes, we do. We still have From the Heart of a Poet merchandise available, guys. Yes, we absolutely do. So show us some love, all right? Show us some love and purchase yourself a From the Heart of a Poet pen, t-shirt, okay? Pen or t-shirt. Right now we have the pen and t-shirt. We don't have the mugs back yet, but the pens and the t-shirts we have, okay? So make sure you guys purchase. If you want more information about that, you can follow us on Instagram at From the Heart of a Poet, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, From the Heart of a Poet, or email us at fromtheheartofapoet@gmail.com. Have an amazing, blessed and productive day. And remember, treat everyone the way you want to be treated, not just about the way they treat you.
Bitches all attention. In and out of town, I keep attention. Ride around the city, started in the winter. Talking about that money, always sentimental. Always wanna go to work out my potential. Live up to the part, I know that I was making.